Hey guys, NAB 2018 is over and coming up is my top 5 tech of NAB costing $2,000 and under. Starting at number 5 is the Z-Cam E2, and while this is not a camera I plan to purchase, I think it's great that at the $2,000 price point we have a 4K 120 FPS and 1080p 240 frames per second micro four thirds camera that records at these fast frame rates at 10-bit color at both H.264 and H.265 codecs. Obviously not one of the fastest frame rate cameras, but currently the fastest 4K camera at this $2,000 price point that I know of. My big issue with the Z-Cam E2 is with the design. You'll need an external device to control your camera settings, and there is an app for both PC and Mac to control the device, but you'll need to invest in a laptop or tablet if you don't have one already. And of course, you have to invest in lenses, which will take the price above $2,000. Also, I'm not sure what the low light will be for this camera either. With a deep learning engine, this might have great autofocus features, but we'll have to see. And there is a global shutter variant coming soon, which I'm expecting will cost more. And if you're not sure what the benefits of having a global shutter in a camera, please see the global versus rolling shutter video I have linked in the description to get a visual idea. Okay, on to number 4, Narbox 2.0, the rugged shock and waterproof backup device. Another item that I probably won't buy, but I'm actually happy to see the improvements over the 1.0 version. And if the price of this device at say version 4.0 drops in the future, because currently it's still $300 for a 128GB version, if that drops in the future, I might give it a go. For this 2.0 version, you have a screen that displays folder options so you can organize your files while you're backing them up to the Narbox, or an external hard drive connected to the Narbox, and this backup process could be helpful for me while filming in the middle of nowhere in the jungles of Belize, where I don't want to carry a laptop around for backups. It supports H.265 video codecs now, the first version did not, and the editing software for the Narbox has improved, especially on the photo side, with support from Adobe Lightroom. I just can't see myself editing videos on my phone or tablet using their app just yet though. I'm just used to a dual screen desktop setup. So number 3, I'm showing 2 devices because I'm happy with the 5-inch external monitors coming out. And one of these I'm definitely gonna buy. We have the Small HD Focus OLED, a 5.5-inch 1080p touchscreen, of course OLED monitor with 350 nits of brightness. And you can preview your LUTs as you're filming with this monitor and charge your camera at the same time. Sweet, considering my number 1 NAB pick has crappy battery life. Hint hint what that is. All of this for $699 US. Okay, I was so hyped for this monitor until I saw the Atomos Ninja 5. Wow. Now this is a 5-inch 1920 by 1200, slightly more than 1080p resolution, IPS touchscreen monitor with 1,000 nits of brightness. 1,000! And of course this is an external recording device, so not only can you preview your LUTs while filming, you can have them burnt onto your footage while recording. This is a 10-bit HDR display versus the 8-bit color depth of the Small HD. The kicker is the Ninja 5 is $695 US, making it $4 cheaper than the Small HD Focus OLED. Yeah, you can take a guess which one of these 2 monitors I'm gonna buy. On to number 2, the Ronin-S. Lots I still don't know about this gimbal, such as the maximum weight this gimbal can handle, what will be the final price, but I'm pretty sure if DJI wants to be competitive in the one-handed gimbal market, it should be less than $1,000. And I also don't know what's the release date. Now probably the optional pull focus and screen modules will bring the price of this gimbal over $1,000, but I think these are sweet additions to have on a one-handed gimbal. I also really like the slanted design of the Ronin-S, so it doesn't cover up the screen while you're filming. This is probably going to be my first gimbal purchase when it's released later this year. And number 1, shouldn't be a surprise if you've been following any NAB 2018 coverage, is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. The look honestly makes me think of Metroid Prime, and it's questionable which pocket this camera can actually fit into, but damn am I impressed with the features of this camera for the price. A camera that can shoot 4K and UHD at 60 frames per second at 12-bit RAW or 10-bit ProRes. Great for color grading. You can also record up to 120 frames per second in windowed HD mode, but, huge but, Blackmagic is advertising this as window mode, but I saw a YouTube video where a journalist stated this window mode actually means 4 times crop factor, which is 2 times more than the crop factor of the Micro Four Thirds image size sensor. So that is a pretty big crop factor in order to get 120 frames per second recording at 12-bit RAW. Speaking of Micro Four Thirds, usually low light isn't the best for this sensor size, but this camera has dual native ISO up to 25,600 ISO, which is supposed to provide great low light performance. I need to see this in action to believe it, so we'll see. The Pocket Cinema 4K has SD, UHS 2, and CFast 2.0 card support. It has a USB Type-C connector that can either charge the camera battery while the camera is off or record externally to a USB Type-C external SSD. You also have a mini XLR port with phantom power as well as the usual 3.5-inch mic and headphone jacks. You also have dual microphone setups, 2 on each side, so 4 mics in total, which theoretically means you should have decent in-camera audio. You have a 12-volt DC power adapter and a full HDMI port as well. This camera supports so many different types of Micro Four Thirds lenses, so if you're a Panasonic user with the Lumix lenses, you should feel right at home here. Now you don't get an EVF, but wow, a 5-inch touchscreen display to see what you're filming. Oh, and you can take stills with this camera. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little stills, a dedicated stills button right there. Now the only thing is this camera only takes 8 megapixel stills, so just like the 12 megapixel Sony a7S, you can take pictures on the thing, but would you want to? Expected release date is September of this year and sold at $1,295 US. And did I mention this price includes DaVinci Resolve Studio, a $300 US editing software. This could be a GH5S killer when it comes out, and I want one. But I'm also interested in the full frame Sony a7 III, so we'll see. Anyways guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Really busy with non-YouTube stuff right now, so my upload schedule is a little wonky, but thanks to those of you who stick with me, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content to come. See you guys real soon.